Saturday's game is we don't head, Cheltenham was saying. Cheltenham head to Blundell Park to play the Mariners in League Two in the second game of the Mariners season, and I'm going to give you some stats and run around about that and what is going to happen on there, and then my thoughts, my prediction. Obviously, the league preview is coming up. Look out for that tomorrow morning. That'll be live tomorrow morning at around about 8 a.m. So do look out for that as well, the League 2 preview. But now we're going to talk about the Cheltenham Grimsby Town game. I've just heard the pre-matches, and not a long one this time. And Yasin, who was a serious doubt, he's still got a bruised foot. I think he'll be out for possibly at least another week or so. I think a bit of maybe disappointing news and frustrating news for Danny Rose. It looks like Danny's had to have another scan on Tuesday. It doesn't sound good. And what Artell has said in his post-match with Chris Cooper with Radio Humberside, it doesn't look good. That looks like we could be without Danny Rose at the weekend as well, and possibly for the foreseeable. We'll have to see how that one plays out, but if that is the case, that kind of shows that we really are in need of another striker, because the only out-and-out striker that we've actually got at the club at the minute is Donovan Wilson. I know Cameron Gardner can play there, but there'll be a lot to put on a young lad. I'm sure Cameron would thrive in it, but it'll be a lot of pressure to put on a young lad to have to fill the void of Danny Rose. So I think in the next couple of weeks, I think we could be without Danny Rose for a little while, at least by the sounds of what David Artell said in his pre-match. That's very disappointing, actually, if we are going to be without Danny for a length of time. Anyway, I'll take you through stats now and what I think will happen. Obviously, the Mariners lost last weekend against Fleetwood. Cheltenham got a 3-2 win against Newport. Obviously, they're managed by Michael Flynn. I think we all know what Michael Flynn's teams can do, right from Newport to Walsall and now over at Cheltenham. The head-to-head record between the two sides does not have happy reading for the Mariners either. The Mariners have won 31% of the time they've come up against Cheltenham. Cheltenham have won 43% of the time. Means about 16% of the time there's been a draw. And from the 16 games, like I said, 5 wins for the Mariners, 7 for Cheltenham, with 4 draws in there, and 7 defeats, obviously, for the Mariners. The goal scoring overall, the score overall is 17 all. And I'll take you through the last 5, the last 5 known results between Cheltenham and Grimsby. We'll start back with the earliest, which goes back to 2018 when Cheltenham got a 2-1 win against Grimsby in December 2018. Then Grimsby got a 1-0 win over Cheltenham in the reverse that season. And then Cheltenham in the November, it was a 1-0, it was a 0-0 draw at Blundell Park, but obviously due to the lockdown, the reverse game that season never occurred. And then the last time Steve played was in 2021. Grimsby got a 3-1 win away at Cheltenham, while there was a 1-1 draw between Grimsby and Cheltenham at Blundell Park. So, in recent times, it's been fairly even between wins and losses. Grimsby have only lost one of the last the last four that did take place. So that is sort of like hopefully a little bit of a good omen. But you know, it's a very it's going to be a tricky game. If you want to flutter on the game, the Mariners can be found at certain places at 29-20. Cheltenham are 9-5, so they'll be, I'd say, marginally favourites really. The draws at 23-10. Obviously, Grimsby have not scored in the league yet. Hopefully that changes before too long. Joel Colwell is the top goal scorer at the minute for Cheltenham, but that's too early to sort of read into those kind of stats. Can't really read into them, but I do think it's going to be a lively football game between the two. Obviously, Mickey Flynn's teams like to be high tempo, high press. And to be fair, so does Artell's team. This could be a kind of like an end-to-end game, really. Obviously, with that blow, the possibility of missing Danny Rose, so that could put a damper on things. Who knows? At the minute, it's not really massively important. At the minute, Cheltenham lie 6th, Grimsby lie 18th, 19th sort of position. Let's be positive. We're pretty much joint 14th. Joint 15th. But obviously we're 19th due to obviously goal difference. More like we're joint 16th really. Too early to tell any of these stats really. Only the second league game of the season. What do I think will happen? You'll see whether I've changed my opinion tomorrow morning on the League 2 preview. But what am I going to go for a result here? Well, I'm a glutton for punishment, I suppose. 3-1. I'm going to go for the Mariners to... no, I'm not. I think if Danny Rose was available, why have I changed my mind? I'm going to say 2-1 for Grimsby. I've decided. I think, I'd love Jordan Davis to make his home league debut and score in that. And I'll probably go Chaz Vernham as well, hopefully to get us off the mark. Donovan Wilson, though, could easily do a job. I did say 3. I'm going to go 2-1. But we'll see how it goes with Danny Rose. But like I said, by the sound of what Artell said in his pre-match, he's had a scan Tuesday morning, and they still haven't received the results as of when that interview took place, which I believe was this morning. But I think it's highly unlikely he'll be involved. I don't know for certain, but if you do listen out for Artell's pre-match, it's unlikely, but we'll see. So, Mariners fans, let me know what you think down below. Do you think Grimsby are going to get their first league win of the campaign after the draw with Bradford in the cup and winning on penalties? Do you think we'll get the the win that we need at Bundle Park. Like I said, I've said 2-1, but what do you guys think? I'll be there Saturday, so if you do see me, come and say hello. I did see some people at the Bradford game that come and say hello and mention that I do the podcast and sort of thing. So thank you to those lads that said hello, much appreciated. And I will sign off here, as you can tell I'm getting quite warm, to be honest, and I've had a day of chasing up sort of as much news as I could get for the Mariners. So yes, that is my prediction. Leave yours down below for me and let me know what you guys think. Are we going to come back with a opening home game win? Leave your score predictions down below for me. And like I said, the League 2 preview will be coming out as well tomorrow morning. So look out for that tomorrow morning. That will be out around about 8 a.m. So do look out for that tomorrow. I will send a link out to people as well. If they do not see it, I'll make sure there's a link out in the day. But 8 a.m. is the time for the release of the League 2 preview. One thing I'll go just before I go is obviously the League Cup draw was made on Wednesday night, and it pits Grimsby at home against Sheffield Wednesday. That's a cracking home tie for Grimsby, a derby of some sorts. So that will be an interesting tie. So it's good to have a home tie again in the 2 home ties in a row. We don't used to get that lucky in cups, do we? So so we'll talk about that nearer the time, and obviously transfer window is still happening. Any news on the transfer front, I will let you guys know as soon as I know. And can you guys get me to 250 subscribers before the transfer window closes? Let me know. Once we reach a certain figure, I will do a live for subscribers and Mariners fans alike, where we can have a good sort of chat about the Mariners and everyone's opinion. But in the meantime, before we do that, leave your comments down below, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button. That'll let you know. Like I said, that'll let you know when the League 2 preview goes live. So do it, that bell button. And it's I'm still getting used to the football being back fully, and I think my brain is like going, game. Oh, there's a game here. So yeah, let me know your predictions down below. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you very, very soon. Well, I'll see you tomorrow with the League 2 preview, won't I? So until then, guys, I'll see you soon. Up the Mariners. Let's see if we can start the season off well at home. Let's hope we can. Until then, guys, I'll see you soon. Up the Mariners. Here we go. Yay.